Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the semifinals of Friday Night Smite. Team Respawn on the red side going up against Team Fireline on the blue side. I'm going to introduce Team Fireline, and my buddy here is going to introduce the boys on red. So here we go. First of all, we have Cybergram on tier, playing that in the solo lane. Connor609 taking the Thanatos into the jungle. Shadow Chair on the Agni middle. White Tribe playing the support Sylvanas, and last but not least, Xenotronics taking the Artemis into the dual lane.
And as we've seen already tonight on Team Respawn, Moji as Cupid, Dust as the Geb 1.0, Purified as the scary Nemesis. Too many apples on a different god tonight than Raw for the first time. We're seeing Giannis come out on Too Many Apples and Wolfie 2032 on Bakasura.
So the early game is gonna be extremely passive because Nemesis
as you say that, we see Fineline 5-man grouping, looking to get a pick, possibly being a little aggressive, but probably not going to be able to pick anything, as a lot of people know to sit by the back camps and just wait it out. Really hard to invade on the left side in Conquest 2.0, in my opinion. It's a really tough. You have to really be sneaky, and one ward anywhere can pretty much call you out, and they can just sit back.
Alright, and what I meant to say was really passive for Team Respawn. They don't want any of that Thanatos. They don't want any of it until later into the game. But right now, there's not going to be any invade cheese. So both teams are just going to do their buffs right now. I think, once again, the game is going to be dependent on the middle lane. If Thanatos can get the first kill or not. Because,
yeah,
I mean, it's going to be hard to kill a Janus because he can just throw away. But if Thanatos can get the first kill, then this game is going to snowball.
It's a race to 5 once again. If Connor609 can get to level 5 early enough, he can dunk that mid lane. Totally. I mean, we're going to see Agni dunk, or Thanatos dunk, and Agni just dump the bombs. And that it hurts so much. Giannis will go down easily for that matchup.
And in the right lane, it seems like Team Respawn has gotten pressure against the Thanatos and a tier. I mean, Bakasura is extremely powerful in the early game, so
yeah,
that's probably why you don't want any of that Butcher Blades.
If Nemesis though gets Fearless into a scythe, might as well say goodbye, because that's in trouble. And Bakasura taking a big scythe right there, gonna eat a minion and get back up and pop a health pot as well. But that was really good. That's might put Tier in a really great position to aggress on this wave. Just going to look up, go up there, and look to get that heal. It's so back and forth in that lane. If we take a look at the left lane right now, they're pushed up all the way.
All right, so let's talk about those Thanatos. He still hasn't rotated out of lane yet. I mean, what you want to do as the Thanatos is rotate early, go to mid, and look to spam your scythe. And Nemesis right now is taking the back camps of Team Fineline against a Thanatos. What?
Interesting. I mean, I don't even know what they know. Which is interesting because, I mean, the Hog is down on Nemesis, but Nemesis is going to get that early farm, whereas we see Connor609 sitting at level 3. Nemesis probably going to hit level 4 off this back end. Yep, and he does hit level 4 right there. Going to possibly, going to take it all. It's going to take both back camps. That's insanely good for her. Thanatos and Agni know something's up. They know she's there. Yeah, especially because they're pinging on the ward right now, looking for it. They were going to go do the back camps as well. Thanatos going, it's not there. That sucks because I needed to get to level 5 right then. Gonna go maybe look to poke in left lane, but there's no wave for him there either. That's unfortunate.
Indeed it is, and this Thanatos, I mean, he needs to leech off of mid until he hits 5, but we might see some aggression in the left lane. Wi-Fi is playing extremely aggressively. Team Respawn knows Wi-Fi is gonna miss the pull. Thanatos is gonna show himself, Scythe Dust, but nothing's gonna happen as they just run out.
Yeah, I would have rather seen Connor sit mid lane, get to level 5, and then, or at least leech one wave. Anyway, looking to get mids at least. Took a big chunk out of Geb there, so Geb might not be able to rotate as well. So that might have been some strategy into why Thanatos showed up in left lane. If they get right camps, it'll be worth it. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get there in time, though.
I mean, Purified is 300 gold up on the Thanatos. You can't have this happen. That doesn't even level 5 yet.
No.
This can't happen if you're playing this guy.
Nemesis, oh, Yeah, Nemesis is already level 5 right now, so they're going to look to aggress. Nemesis will probably ult the Sylvanas to get all those protections and then just go right in on Thanatos. Easily going to take him out, especially with an Unstable Vortex. Going to miss the Unstable Vortex, though, getting a huge scythe on Giannis. Getting a nice pull there by Sylvanas, and he's going to ult right into it. Yev looking to maybe go down right here. Thanatos up in the air. Connor 609 gets first kill of the game on Dust. Thanatos in a really bad position, though. The dash coming out, just going to walk away at this point. Bakasura looking to come in. Wolfie's looking for the kill. He knows that he can't get it with too much health right there. He is going to back off.
All right, so what happened there was Connor was dead to rights. However, he turned around, scythed somebody, and then just got all of his health back, and then he lived.
That early scythe game, it's all about that early scythe game, man. And if you can be on the brink of death, turn around, land it, and you're back up to half, and they're down to at least half, if not quarter, and they're going, uh-oh. And then you can get that silence and just pop your buff and go right for it. And he just dunked. He just turned on scythe, went up in there and dunked. Got that early kill on Dust. I mean, that's putting him in a really good position right now. Level 6 right now, sitting at same as Purified as well as levels, but he really needed that as he was getting behind. Missed the scythe there. The silence of the mages weren't quite there on that blue buff, unfortunately, but they're going to clear that camp a little bit slower. Seeing Sylvanas do back camps as well. Everyone just kind of farming up at this point. It's just under 5 minutes, so everyone really, I mean, with that first kill, as long as they didn't go down any more than that, it's not too bad for them. They're only 300 XP behind, and gold is literally tied at at like 70. So, I mean, this is anyone's game.
Yeah, and I want to see Thanatos just camping the dual lane at this point. Cupid, Moji on the Cupid doesn't have beads up, so she can't really
and we saw Moji
get out of the stun.
We saw Moji not buy beads early last game. It took Moji a while to grab beads, so maybe knowing that and abusing that would be a really good idea. We might see something like that happen. Indeed. Especially Thanatos over here clearing this buff, yeah.
There's a grouping in the left lane, perhaps looking to make something happen. Connor is gonna just hover around. I want to see something happen right now because Team Respawn knows this is going on. That's why we see a massive rotation from them as well. There's gonna be engagement. Purified is gonna lose half his health. Cupid ultimate comes down. Y-Try is gonna get exploded, but Connor is in a lot of trouble. He lives. We're going to escape with season. Dust is in a lot of trouble right now. Dust might take a spill. Volley of arrows takes him down. First death of the engagement. Moji blinks dashes in fearlessly, gets the bomb on Y-Try, but Y-Try doesn't go down. Wisp is healing himself up. This is going to be a disengage. Now let's check out what's happening in the right lane. Wolfie is chasing down Cyborgram, and now Wolfie going to use the ultimate here. Is going to take a spill. In the left lane, Cupid is still there, and just 1 for 1 all across the board. And that 2 for 1 is doing Apple. He's taken out. Just way too greedy. Farming up the mid camps.
You cannot be under half health and go for mid camps alone. Like, that's just not a good idea. And a Sentry Ward going to come out here on the Gold Fury for Fine Line. Going to get that early ward, make sure they know exactly where that's at. Everyone is going to back on Team Respawn right now. They're looking to just get back and buy.
Bakasura at this point is really ahead of the tier. He's 2 levels up.
Shouldn't be. I mean, that's a decent lane for tier, honestly. And Wolfie's just abusing it. Wolfie knows how to play Bakasura really well. Wolfie's actually a really good solo laner and can just really abuse a tier if you're not playing it correctly to the T. And we're seeing Cybergram get abused because of that.
Well, the problem is that Connor didn't rotate out, so Wolfie didn't. I mean, not Wolfie. The tier player didn't hit 5 as quick enough because he had to split the experience. So that's the reason. I mean, early game against the Bakasura is all that matters. You cannot fall behind against. You cannot fall behind because he will just chunk you down if you do with his ultimate.
Definitely. I mean, look at we're seeing Agni Thanatos maybe looking to aggress. They saw Giannis going to the jungle. They wanted to counter that as going as well. Thanatos is going to throw the scythe, but misses, and the portal misses as well. So everyone just kind of disengaged there. We've seen a lot of little soft engages, seeing if something sticks, and then they'll fully commit. But no one really wants to fully commit with anything right now because they know if they don't kill right away, they're in a lot of trouble.
Thanatos is 2-0 right now, but he's basically the same farm and levels as purified on the Nemesis, and that's because he hasn't been ganking a lane right now. And as I say that, Whitehot is going to blink in. Moji is going to get aggressed onto Moji. He might take the spill as he get pulled in, but beautiful Gem Shield might be enough to save her. Thanatos is going to come in, uses the ultimate. Wisp takes her down, and now Dust is going to get dunked, gets Scythe, gets blown up.
Gold Fury is on the line. Gold Fury right now. Giannis does have his ult. Too many apples. A really skilled player right now. He knows what he wants to do right now. He's gonna ult. Yep, here comes the ult. He's gonna land it. He just lands it on Artemis. Doesn't really do enough. And Fineline's gonna secure that Gold Fury. Nemesis looking to maybe steal it as well, but doesn't quite do it. That Giannis ult just does not have enough power right now. He's only level 9, and Xenotronics is level 10, able to just lifesteal all right back.
And this is looking pretty good for Fine Line. They're getting Snowball sort of rolling. Taking a look at the graphs of 2,000 experience, 2,000 gold. It's and not too much there, 5 and 1.
That's all just in that last engagement.
Exactly, and I mean, I want to see some more aggression from Connor. He's not really dunking anybody. He's just coming in. I want to see him initiate with the dunk.
Yeah, that's the thing with Thanatos. You have that dunk, and they don't. Like I said earlier, you want to be using that to your advantage, especially when you know you can't get dunked on as well. When there's a Thor in play, it sucks to be dunking in first. No, you can get dunked on as well. But when you're the prime dunker, Michael Jordan, that shit.
Michael Jordan.
I mean, they need to really abuse this. Let's see some Space Jam up in here. Like, Connor, we've seen Connor do this before too. Connor, a decent decent jungle player, but sometimes he does lack the aggression that I really would like to see from him, and I'm not sure exactly why. Because when he does aggress, he does a great job of following up on that, and his team comes right behind. Especially Xenotronics, really decent ADC there. We've seen Xenotronics carry some games for Fine Line, but I think that's a lot of Fine Line's problem is they're really scared to commit to fights. We've seen that a couple weeks now. They've made it really far in the tournaments all weeks. But I think if they really just they have this lead, they have a decent lead right now, 2K on both. I just love to see them abuse it more.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they should be doing. Wolfie is gonna dive Cybergram. Cybergram is gonna use the ultimate. Wolfie is still chasing, jumps, and just dives the tower. Wolfie right now might be in an awkward position if Agni can rotate in. Wolfie is in. I mean, he's just gonna walk up. Bakasura's passive just gives him way too much move speed. Exactly, but if Agni rotated, he might have been able to get the kill.
He just wasn't able to with Nemesis and Giannis pressuring him right at mid lane like that. He wasn't able to leave tower because he had a full wave coming right at him, and if he left lane, they would have chased him down and taken his life.
Indeed, and Connor is maintaining a really aggressive position right now. This is what I wanted to see from him. This is what I want to see from every Thanatos player. Exactly, force him out.
Like, you gotta abuse it early, because Thanatos will go away here pretty soon, and you gotta abuse that early. That's just how you have to play. Even if you die a few times because of look at the left lane.
Is gonna get aggressed onto, but she uses the beads even though Whitehide doesn't get the pull. In the meantime, Team Fine Line takes the tower in the right lane.
That's the problem with not knowing if it's gonna land. You have to use the beads, otherwise you're gonna get pulled even part back, or at least kind of stunned in a sense. You know, it's gonna stop your movement if it connects and you beads early. But you know, I like the preemptive beads. If you know it's coming, you might as well throw it out because you could die if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, that's a one bead, 150 seconds.
That's a long
cooldown right now.
Ooh, the dash heart bomb was just a little too late, looking to stop him from backing right there. I don't know what that would have done had Moji landed that, but not a big deal. Look at Wolfie just destroying Cybergram right now. This whole game.
I mean, they're pretty even in terms of farm.
Yeah.
And in terms of levels. Cybergram's only down about 300 gold, which
look at him pinging.
It's a decent amount, but it's not that bad.
He's pinging right now. He wants someone please rotate on Wolfie right now. He is sitting here at my tier 2 tower while you guys all have tier 1 tower up. This should not be a thing. Please come abuse him and take this out. And I'd like to see Thanatos come dunk in on Bakasura after Wolfie uses his ult, though. Don't go in when Wolfie has his ult, because you can get turned on and destroyed, especially when Wolfie is level 14 right now and Connor's only level 11.
Well, the problem is Janus. He is the turning point. He can use his ultimate, and his next thing you know, his whole team's there. But hang on, the left jungle, Gold Fury is coming up soon. That's why we see a grouping there, and left camps are gonna go to Fine Line. So right now, this early game, I mean, it's sort of snowballed a bit for Fine Line, but Connor just playing way too passively for my taste. You are playing Thanatos, sir. The most aggressive god.
Yeah, maybe looking to go on to Bakasur. I know Wolfie knows that he has that he's coming. They have wards all in the jungle right there, so he's not able to quite do anything. Just Wolfie just gonna back away.
I mean, you gotta be careful when you go up against a Bakasur, because if he pops his regurgitate, he can easily turn on you, because those minions hurt a lot.
Yeah, especially if he has the full amount, like, you can be in some trouble, and he's just going to be coming right at your face. We're seeing Wolfie, I mean, he's already got Ikaval and Executioner online. He's going to be chunking you down so fast. Let's talk Purified. Where has Purified kind of been?
He's Nemesis. He just runs up. This is Nemesis in a nutshell. You don't do anything until, like, 20 minutes into the game.
Well,
what are you going to do?
Approaching 20 minutes now. I mean, 5 minutes coming in here. You can still get that ult off in slow. I mean, they have a Geb, for God's sakes. They have a Geb, Giannis. They have a lot of really good team fight. I'd like to see them be a little more aggressive, because Fine Line doesn't want to aggress. Let's see you turn aggress then.
Just as we say that, I mean, Purified just dashes away in the left jungle, so there's not that much aggression. I want to see Connor do something. I want to see Wi-Fi just blink in, ulti a bunch of people, and then Connor just comes in with the follow-up with Xenotronics. But right now they're starting up the Gold Fury. I don't know if Team Respawn knows this is happening. They have to be wondering, because nobody is on the map in the left lane. Dust is going to blink in. Xenotronics is going to be forced to use his ultimate. Here, Cupid comes in from the back line, goes on Xenotronics in the front line. Thanatos takes to the sky. Tui Apples comes in with the ultimate, doesn't hit anybody. So right now, Thanatos is still in the air. He dunks down onto Dust in the back line, and Dust is being stunned out. Thanatos is losing lots of time. Be careful right now. Thanatos might take a spill here. Indeed he is. He just couldn't get the snipe out because it was on cooldown. And now this is going to be a retreat from Team Fine Line, as they just lost their burst damage in the fight.
That's the problem with chasing a Geb. I mean, he has that shield, and that comes back at the most opportune times. And every time he's walking away, oh, almost have him. Shield comes up, and he just walks away, putting you in a terrible position. Nemesis coming in behind, just going to slice and dice your face right off. I mean, Nemesis is Purified is full health when Thanatos had little to none. Easily was a great fight for Nemesis, and I'm glad to see Purified snag a kill right there, because that's going to help Purified really come online. We're going to see Team Respawn start this Gold Fury looking, and it looks like it might be theirs, although we're going to see all of Fine Line coming in to rotate here. Artemis first to fight. Giannis coming from behind, misses on Stable Vortex, just kind of zoning Artemis right now. Artemis wanted to just try and steal it, but it's a free one for them. Uh-oh, Connor's up in the air, he's looking to go down, he goes right on Nemesis, Scythe lands right on her, the silence comes out too, but she just dashes away, maybe putting them in a bad position. We're going to see a pull come out, but he misses. Geb ult comes up with a 3-man hit, Sylvanas ult comes out as well. They're going to easily poke down Geb. Connor getting the kill on Dust, and they're going to look to maybe aggress something as well here. We're going to see Tyr ult in, get a nice push on Giannis, but the beats comes out and keeps him off. Sylvanas is coming out on the full team, easily just keeping them back in this fight. This is Team Fine Line's fight to win right now. They need to push this tower and take it. This is the aggression we needed to see from them.
I mean, Moji just lived with barely any health again, and so did so did Purified. So right now we're seeing engagement right now. Moji's gonna throw down her ultimate. Wolfie is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get sniped down in the front line. Purify is going to town on play, but who's going to town on who? Purify takes a spill.
That Scythe just took half of his life. Easily just went
turnaround.
Yup. I mean, let's see them take this mid tower as well. Let's see them take tier 2. They have enough damage that they can maybe snag it, especially with Agni dumping the bombs in the back. They're going to kind of block it. Too many apples missing the Giannis ult once again. We see him way more. Uh-oh. Thanatos in a really bad position. Missed the Scythe. Nice stun there by Agni to kind of help him get out, but Geb is going to aggress. Giannis going through the portal. Too many apples going to land. Unstable Vortex to take down Connor 609.
And now this is going to be this could potentially be a free tier 1 tower for Team Respawn. Agni is
It
the
probably
the
should.
lone person here. Yeah.
They have a full wave and if you have the shield, anything. That's, I mean, nice response from Team Respawn right there to get that tier 1 tower down as well. Both tier 1 towers down for the mid lane. But tier 2 gone and right. I don't even know when Wolfie did that. There's too many fights happening. That must have been a while ago, but take a look at the gold difference swing there. We kind of went even till about 9 minutes in. Then whew, over 2,000 came out in favor of Fine Line. Now it zooped all the way back down right about the 17-minute mark, back down to 1,500 in favor of Team Respawn, and it kind of went back up to even again, and then now it's back down. I mean, this game keeps swinging with every fight. We keep seeing one team get wiped, and then the other team gets wiped. And then, you know, so it's really interesting to see both these teams go back and forth on their initiations. It's all about who gets picked first. And it really has been where Thanatos gets picked and then they get, you know, they have to go off. Or we see Dust get killed and then that team fight goes and turns around. It's interesting to see which ones. And look at, we're going to see maybe Xenotronics in a bad position here. Nemesis, Purified Ult going to come out, going to go down on Artemis, but going to back off there. I would have liked to see you actually dive that, given that Geb was right there to shield you and you have Nemesis shield and you just ulted. You might as well just go for it. At least chunk it down.
Yeah, but you don't know where the Thanatos is.
Fair, but it's a 3v1 right now. Artemis ult going to come out, going to keep Nemesis down. The shield coming out, going to heal right back.
Thanatos is in the air right now. Thanatos is in the air, and Team Respawn know that they're going to retreat. Agni dashes in aggressively. Thanatos is going to land on anybody right now. Moji gets aggressed onto, but this is just an engagement in the left jungle. Nothing's happening. Wolfie is rotating. Now Team Fine Line needs to back the hell out, but Tier comes in and Wolfie jumps in the middle. Everything gets a 5 for a 4-man knock-up, and this chaotic, this fight is really chaotic right now. Tier's in the front trying to kill Moji. Moji lives again with barely any health. Slide Try is going to keep the unstable portal. It's a beautiful 2-man portal, and this is a really bad fight for Team Fine Line. They're down 3 players. Look at how low Team Respawn is. They just keep getting out alive with barely the skin of their teeth. And I mean,
that's the power of having Geb on your team and a Nemesis shield.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about right away. Nemesis can shield herself. Geb can help pick off anyone else. Moji's highly mobile with that dash, and then can dash and go right into her hearts. Can come right back into the fight. I mean, it's interesting to see how much health they can get back, or not even how much damage they don't take because of the shields on their team. I mean, Team Respawn's comp's really starting to turn on. Nemesis really starting to really be a problem. We're seeing just not in the kill-death ratio is not amazing, but we're seeing a lot of fights forced because of Nemesis there. And I mean, it's gonna be in anyone's game though. Still, it's still really close. Only a 3,500 XP difference in favor of Team Respawn, and only a 2,000 gold difference in favor of Team Respawn as well. But I'm interested to see Fine Line stay aggressive here, because that's when they aggress, they've been winning these fights when they've been the ones aggressing. But if they get aggressed on, they kind of just try and dodge and don't really respond well, it seems, and they end up just getting picked off.
yeah, I mean, the problem is that Connor is just playing a bit too scared right now. Moji's gonna try to solo the Gold Fairy. Moji is gonna use an ultimate. Wide Try is in the middle of everything. It's Nemesis ultimate. He's gonna commit his ult to this. The boar comes out, and now Team Respawn is kind of low. Too many apples gets dunked on, but he uses these. He gets out alive here. Ulties, but doesn't hit anybody with the 3-man ultimate from Dust, and Wide Try's gonna get chunked down by Wolfie in the box. So Wolfie gets a double kill on Zero Try, gets a triple kill, and Wolfie might go down here, but he is gonna jump in aggressively with barely any health. Cybergram is going to go down to the slice of dice, and Connor is now on the book. Yes, he's going to take a fall here as he gets aggressive by 5 people, and this is
That's going to be
Fire Giant.
deicide for Team Respawn. I don't know if they can do Fire Giant. They're going to go for it. They were all really low here. They got to be careful. I mean, they know how to dodge a little bit. Cupid's going to throw down some hearts, hopefully. Cupid taking a lot of the damage right now. Doing it. Bakasura is really just chunking it down. It's sitting on just under 50%, 30%, 20%, and it is going to go down there in favor of Team Respawn, getting the Fire Giant at just 23 minutes into the game. While Nemesis goes and solos Tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Great play there by Purified to know that, yeah, I don't need to be at this fight. There's no one on the board. I might as well go get an objective while we do this. Let's all back, group up, and go push down.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even need Nemesis damage there, so that was really well played. Nemesis recognizing that his team's got the tragedy for free. But then again, Team Fireline got decided. So honestly, the only damage he needed was really just Bakasura and Cupid, because Jazz doesn't do that much damage to objectives. So no, but right now I want to see a team Respawn just group up, push down these Phoenixes. Team Fireline can't really do anything. Connor's not doing anything in these fights because it's 23 minutes into the game.
He's irrelevant now. Level 15 too. Purified's 3 levels ahead of him. Let's see. Look at his build. He only has Jotuns and Magi's online. I mean, Warrior Tabe as well, but he's not doing hardly any damage at this point. Whereas Nemesis already has Jotuns and Chinsai's online, and Magi's Blessing, making Nemesis super mobile. Let's look at that group up right there in left lane. They're looking to just go take down this Tier 2 tower. Just totally circumventing Artemis. Don't even care about him. Why should they? Let's take the objectives. Screw killing them. Exactly what I like to see from a team with Fire Giant. Get the objectives down. I know, like you talked about earlier, that's unclaimed gold, but that opens up the Phoenix. And we want to see him push down this left Phoenix right now because that's the farthest away from the Fire Giant, so that'll keep him off of Fire Giant when it comes back up after they lose it here on this next time.
Team Respawn right now is sort of separated. We see Purified just in the middle lane like he did last game, split pushing, trying to attract attention, whereas the rest of his team is in another lane. So this man right here is just going to look to put pressure. There's a massive minion wave going into the middle Phoenix, but that's going to get cleared instantly or soon. I want to see get Blink ulti, followed by the Fields of Love, followed by the Regurgitate, followed by everything else. Because at this point, Team Fireline down 9,000 gold, 12,000 experience. They can't really do anything with an irrelevant jungler at this point. So, I mean, very curious to see why Respawn isn't going in yet. Perhaps just playing it safe, which is most likely probably the correct play. But if they take a team fight here, they take the game.
Yeah, they're waiting for minions, you know, but the thing is they're getting cleared before they even get too far in. We're gonna see them maybe aggress right now. Hopefully, just kind of poking back and forth. I mean, they really need to go in right now before this Fire Giant goes away. They're gonna all group to middle lane looking right now. Geb tanking the Phoenix. They're looking to push this down. Moji doing tons of damage to this Phoenix right now. It's sitting at half health right now, but they're kind of backing off as well. Just kind of sitting at half. We're going to see Bakasura and Nemesis split to left lane, and they're reacting good. Thanatos, Agni, and Tyr all going over there as well. Still aggressive in the mid lane. Sylvanas maybe going to get put down right here. Artemis Ore comes out looking to grab, but we're going to see Moji take down Y-Try with the ult. Thanatos up in the air, going to grab down Purify, taking down Shadow Tear as well. Just Nemesis in the back, totally destroying everything. Purify taking out Connor 609. This is looking really bad for Fineline as 3 of them are down, 4 of them are down. This is going to be the game right here. They're going to take down Titan. It's sitting at 50%, 40%. 30, and they have no response. Tyr gonna ult in, but it's in vain as Team Respawn takes the win.